Hello everybody and welcome to the Texas Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series SpeedyCash.com 250 and the 7th race of our 2024 Craftsman Truck season. Kyle Busch starts on the pole, the greatest truck driver of all time, alongside Nick Sanchez as we are green and underway here in Texas. Who's going to bring home the victory here in one of the biggest states in the country, Texas? Kyle Busch in the lead as he clears Nick Sanchez going down in turn 1 and 2 for the first time tonight here in Texas. Got Ty Majeski there back there. Got Corey Heim now working the inside of Nick Sanchez. Heim trying to go into second, give a shot. Now Heim's got such a huge run. He's going for the race lead. Here comes Corey Heim to the inside of Kyle Busch, going for the race lead at Texas, trying to win his way into the playoffs. Heim is clear for the lead. Behind us, they're a little stacking up. There was some 3-wide going on. They're spinning and they're crashing. The big one. That is everybody. That's about half the field goes crashing into the outside wall in turns 3 and 4, and the huge one erupts on lap 1 here in Texas. A number of contenders involved. Ty Majeski, Zane Smith, Grant Enfinger, Lawless Allen is in it. We also have Connor Jones, Brett Holmes, Ben Rhodes. I mean, there is a ton of trucks involved in this incident. Nearly everybody gets some replay. Looks like Lawless Allen's coming up the track, just gets clipped by Bailey Curry and spun directly into Zane Smith. And then trucks are slamming into trucks from that point, and it's on. And everyone's in it. Enfinger, Raja Caruth got a piece of that. Timmy Hill. I mean, everyone's just slamming into each other, slamming the outside wall, and the massive one erupts here at Texas. Friesen's in it. Johnny Sauter is involved. Mason Massey, Dean Thompson, Stephen Parsons, Matt Mills, the 20 of Memphis Villarreal, basically everybody. So now in this restart, Corey Heim and Kyle Busch bring us back to the green here on lap 6 here in Texas. Already out of the race from that incident. Matt Mills, Mason Massey, Ty Dillon, Memphis Villarreal, Spencer Boyd, and Connor Jones are all out. So we're already down to just 28 trucks left in this race as Heim. Now Eckes to the inside. Heim clear Kyle Busch. Here comes Christian Eckes, the big shove from his teammate Daniel Dye. Eckes, your points leader, going for the lead here in Texas. Gets a bump from his teammate Daniel Dye. There, Heim is head onto the outside wall. A hard hit for Eckes. It collects Corey Heim, who cannot catch a break this season. A just tremendous crash here at Texas and a wild start to this race. Taylor Gray also gets some damage in this. Daniel Dye sends his teammate Christian Eckes up the track right into his demise, head on to the outside wall at the nose of Corey Heim. Heim has nowhere to go. He gets run over by his teammate Taylor Gray right there as they go crashing in turn 3 and 4. And Eckes is done for the day, just like that here in the turn 4. One flick of the steering wheel, Daniel Dye taketh away Christian Eckes' hopes for victory today. He's done. Corey Heim is damaged. And now that puts, guess who? Daniel Dye in the lead because of that. In below the cut line and falling off. His desperation showed right there. Of course, Lawless Allen also joins Christian Eckes in the garage now. Now there's just 26 trucks in the race as Lawless Allen had a mechanical failure. So he's out Eckes. Now here Nick Sanchez going to the inside of Daniel Dye. He's trying to take the lead away and find his way back in the playoffs for a second consecutive season. How about the 22 of Keith McGee behind him in third? Having a tremendous run so far here in Texas. But Nick Sanchez takes the lead away from Daniel Dye in 3-4 behind us. More contact. Almost an incident right there. An incredible save by Lindsey Dales. They caution out the racetrack as we race back to the line here. Kyle Busch, Timmy Hill are 4 wide. Contact, getting into each other. Busch, Timmy Hill, they're going way down the racetrack. This getting very badly on the apron. They're going to slide and they're going to spin. All right, goes Timmy Hill and Kyle Busch collecting Jake Garcia and Chase Purdy. Last episode's winner in Martinsville are involved. Now, let's see what the real reason for the caution was. We rewind here with Stuart Friesen. Looks like maybe it was involving the 15 truck of Tanner Gray, who's one of our bubble drivers, just 2 points below the cut line. Coming today, gets hooked by Friesen right there. Tanner Gray spins out and backs it into the outside wall, but should be okay. Only minor damage to the 15. He's basically fine. The real problem is what happened up here between Kyle Busch and Timmy Hill when they wiped out at the racetrack. As you see, there's a replay of it right here. And of course, Jake Garcia just gets collected again. And then Chase Purdy His luck, used it all up maybe last episode of Martinsville getting that win, maybe not so much today. So back at the front now on the following restart on lap 15 is now Keith McGee on the front row alongside Daniel Dye once again. So Dye on the outside trying to get the lead, as now that he's up here, he's been able to hold his track position pretty solidly by avoiding the carnage that's been happening all around him, as we've had some crazy wrecks. Now how about this? Keith McGee getting shoved into the race lead by Lane Riggs. There you go. Keith McGee to the lead here in Texas. Lane Riggs trying to go by Daniel Dye for second. Behind him, you have the 91 of Zane Smith and Thad. Oh, the bumps everywhere. And behind us, the 98 Majeski sideways. Hang on to it. He does. Majeski saves it coming out of turn 4. What a save. And we are 3 and 4 wide racing here at Texas. The intensity is at an all-time high. They're 4 wide for second. Thad Moffitt almost 5 wide now. The aggression unbelievably high here. Texas. Ty Majeski has found his way back into the top 5 after being involved in the huge one. And we got truck spinning. That is Nick Sanchez around. He got sent in there by Raja Caruth, his friend and alliance teammate at Spire Motorsports. Sanchez to the inside wall. He collects some damage. And for some reason, NASCAR decides not to throw the caution for that. We got guys going 4 wide behind us. And so back at the front, it'll be Lane Riggs leading over Daniel Dye here at Texas after a wild run. Now the caution is out on the racetrack because another incident here, maybe involving Chase Purdy and Taylor Gray, possibly. And indeed, it was involving our last 2 race winners. Chase Purdy got done at Martinsville. Of course, Taylor Gray, your COTA winner, gets turned around by Purdy, spun up the racetrack, keeps it off the wall from hitting anything, keeps the truck clean, keeps on moving. No problems there. We are good to go as Daniel Dye and Lane Riggs fought for the lead there. And now, after that, apparently, under that caution period, Johnny Sauter, Timmy Hill, and Kyle Busch crashed out. So that's a shame for Kyle Busch. He was the favorite coming in for sure. Started on pole. Looked like he'd get his second win of the year. Not to be. And then, of course, the veteran Sauter also out. And Timmy Hill's Linsanity run comes to an end here. As now Zane Smith on the restart, taking the lead away from Daniel Dye on the inside. How about Ty Majeski trying one more time to get to the front? 3 wide on the inside. Felix Majeski makes a little bit of a shot from Craftsman. He gets turned and they wreck it again. Another big pile up here in turn 4. Huge hits. Jake Garcia head on. Taylor Gray. A vicious hit to the outside wall. Friesen involved. Enfinger. Caruth. Another huge crash here at Texas Motor Speedway. Every time Ty Majeski gets to the front, he gets turned from the inside and just wipes out a massive collection of trucks. Lane Riggs is collected. Stephen Parsons, Keith McGee is in it, as it was the push was just too much from his teammate Crafton. Gets Majeski just up the track enough where Crafton comes up and turns him, and from here it's on, and everybody is just slamming into everybody. And down the track, gets into Corey Heim, spins. That's what gets everyone here. He gets right into Caruth and Taylor Gray. Taylor Gray gets sent head on. Garcia had a hard hit there. Then they're just spinning into each other. Friesen got collected. Sanchez wipes out off the nose of Enfinger. Here's a full speed replay of our second massive wreck of the day in turn 4 in Texas. As we're having some Texas-sized pile-ups today, let me tell you. This has been one of the wildest races I have witnessed all season for sure. Right up there with Bristol. This season is just crazy. It's probably the wildest truck series season of all time right now. It's Daniel Dye leading there. Now it's Bailey Curry making the pass on Tanner Gray for the race lead and possibly the stage 1 win here on lap 46. Last lap of the stage, Curry leads Daniel Dye and Tanner Gray. Dukied out for second place behind us. 3 wide, Dye to the inside, trying to take the lead back and get the stage win. These 3 have 4 seconds back to Zane Smith as we finally shook the wreck bug off of us and got some green flag racing, which is these 3 have been very entertaining. At the front of the field as Bailey Curry looks to bring home his first stage win of the season. Tanner Gray, big run in second. Now we're going to hit the last lap of the stage on lap 47. Can Tanner Gray's got to run? Can he make a move on Bailey Curry to go into the race lead and take the stage win away from Curry? Not quite yet right there. Tanner Gray decides not to go for it. Curry holds the lead here. Now down the backstretch for the final time in stage number 1. It's been a while to get through this stage because of the just carnage that we have had, wiping out nearly everybody as they go through 3 and 4 for the final time in stage number 1. Bailey Curry going to get his first career stage win, winning stage 1 in Texas. Tanner Gray second, Daniel Dye third, Zane Smith fourth, followed by Nick Sanchez to round out the top 5. Then Ben Rhodes finally gets some points in 6th. Chris Wright, Dean Thompson, Chase Purdy, and Lane Riggs the top 10. Denies Corey Heim the last stage point. But Curry gets a stage 1 win. Now back underway in stage 2 here on lap 52. It is Corey Heim on the inside of Grant and Fingers who go back to green. They both stayed out, so some strategy being played here at Texas puts Bailey Curry back. Second truck outside lane, trying to find his way back forwards. Tanner Gray already going 3 wide, trying to get that track position back. Heim, though, holding the race lead pretty strong here down this back straightaway. There's no trouble behind us. There's a truck around us. Nick Sanchez again gets turned to the inside wall hard. And this time it might really take him out of contention. Before he had enough speed to keep going. This time Daniel Dye again takes out another truck that's racing him for position. This time it's Nick Sanchez who now has significant damage. And his pace will be damaged the rest of the day. Now behind Ben Rhodes gets set head onto the outside wall. Big hit for the 99. And his no bad, good, horrible season continues. Just terrible luck for Ben Rhodes. Again, now gets taken out by Stuart Friesen. He goes head on into the wall. And Ben Rhodes' rough season, which is an understatement, continues as Tanner Gray leads Corey Heim, his Tricon teammate here in Texas. So Ben Rhodes will DNF at 19th, joined by Friesen in 18th. We just have 17 trucks left in the race now. That's how many of them we've wadded up already. Half the field we've wrecked out. And oh, Tanner Gray almost gets turned by his teammate, the one of Chris Wright. And Tanner Gray saves it. They're wrecking again behind us. There goes Daniel Dye around. Brett Holmes as well. And Daniel Dye maybe gets a little bit of karma right there for all the wrecks he's caused today. Finally gets involved in one. As he hooks Grant Enfinger down to Brett Holmes and spins himself out. Brett Holmes has a hard lick to that inside wall. Daniel Dye gets a little bit of damage, but he should be fine. And caution comes out once again in an absolute just wreckfest demo derby of a race here in Texas. Tricon continues to be 1-2. This time, Tanner Gray, Chris Wright. And now we get back underway. Lap 98 now. Just 6 to go in stage 2. Corey Heim leads Keith McGee, who is back on the front row here in Texas. Get one last hurrah today. Not so much as he gets passed easily by Tanner Gray in the 15, who might have the fastest truck of the guys at the front, going right by the inside of his teammate Corey Heim with a shove from his other teammate, the one of Chris Wright. Tricon Garage now 1, 2, 3 here at Texas Motor Speedway here in stage 2, trying to hold off the field behind them and get Tanner Gray. They know he's the fastest of the 3. Get him the stage win. Chris Wright not eligible for points. Corey Heim just is 2 damage. So Tanner Gray leads late in stage 2 here in Texas. Now we move on to this 2 to go in the stage. Daniel Dye trying to break up the Tricon Brigade, going to the inside of Corey Heim through turn 3 and 4, trying to take 3rd place away so he can try to get closer to Tanner Gray. But Corey Heim doing an impressive job holding him back these last couple of laps. Now on to 2 to go in this stage. Daniel Dye trying to find his way by Corey Heim, and now he will pass him through turn 1 and 2. Daniel Dye in 3rd place. Tanner Gray continues to lead. Got to hold on. 1.5 more laps. Chris Wright in 2nd, trying to hold Daniel Dye back as well. You got Curry, Ankrum charging to get after Corey Heim as well. They put themselves in 4th and 5th here. But Tanner Gray still a huge gap back to his teammate Chris Wright and then Daniel Dye. Here we go. Last lap of stage 2 now for Tanner Gray. He's got a comfortable nearly 2-second lead over Chris Wright, with Daniel Dye hauling the mail to catch that one truck to get into 2nd and maximize his points day after the struggles he's had these last couple of races. And just starting out the season, the points lead after Atlanta. It's been rough. And now here comes Daniel Dye, last lap of the stage, going for 2nd on the inside of Chris Wright. He's going to be 1 spot short of the stage win, but he powers into 2nd, still going to get 9 points. But Tanner Gray wins stage 2 for Tricon Garage here at Texas. Daniel Dye charges to 2nd, Chris Wright 3rd, Bailey Curry 4th, Corey Heim 5th, Ankrum, Thompson, McGee, Holmes, and Crafton the top 10. As Tricon Garage, strong effort there, putting 4 trucks in the top 10. So now we move on here to lap 110. 58 to go in the race. Bailey Curry leading. Daniel Dye, Tanner Gray fight it out for 2nd place behind him. Then Ankrum and Zane Smith duel for 4th down the back. There's trouble in the back. That's Nick Sanchez. His truck is around in the back again. For the 3rd time tonight, Nick Sanchez is going around. This time, Keith McGee just completely dumps Nick Sanchez. From looks like that frustration, destroys Sanchez's back bumper. And this time might be the end of Sanchez's night. Back at the front of the field, Bailey Curry holds a slim lead over the hard-charging Daniel Dye. Now here we are, got another restart here. Sanchez officially out of the race here, so now we get back underway with just 53 laps to go. Daniel Dye leads. He's got Chris Wright to his inside and Zane Smith there behind him. Chris Wright trying to take the lead away and pull off a massive upset on that Tricon #1 truck, which has just been cursed this season to not win a trouble as his truck's going around is Tanner Gray and Bailey Curry involved with Tyler Ankrum and Brett Holmes crashing down the back straightaway, also involving Keith McGee and Lane Riggs. A huge pileup in the backstretch for our third and most likely final big one of the night here. Tanner Gray turns Curry right into Brett Holmes, and your stage 2 winner goes crashing to the inside wall. Curry, your stage 1 winner, goes around, and Lane Riggs slams into Keith McGee up there. None of really the guys who was like Tanner Gray, Curry, very minor damage. They should be okay to continue, but it was really Lane Riggs and Keith McGee who got the worst of that wreck right there with some big damage. Ankrum as well gets a little piece of it there with Tanner Gray late, so that wreck happened. And back at the front, Daniel Dye narrowly going to edge out Chris Wright for the lead. Now here we are, 2 laps to go at Texas. Daniel Dye has a 2-second lead over Tanner Gray. It looks like he's well on his way to career win number 1. The white flag in the air, final lap presented by Credit One Bank here at Texas for Daniel Dye. About to get his first career win, and it will be the 3rd different driver to win for McNally Hilgeman Racing this season, joining his teammate Tyler Ankrum, who's locked into the playoffs, and of course Zane Smith, who got it done with that miracle second chance at Las Vegas. And now Daniel Dye, after having just a terrible stretch of races, having all sorts of bad luck, crashing out, not being fast, is going to turn it around here in Texas. After being extremely aggressive, he takes what he wants, and that's the victory. Daniel Dye gets it done in Texas for his first career win. Tanner Gray runner-up, Zane Smith 3rd, Bailey Curry 4th, and career best 5th for Chris Wright, Tyler Ankrum, Dean Thompson 6th and 7th. Matt Crafton 8th, Keith McGee gets a 9th, top 10. What effort for him, and Brett Holmes rounds out your top 10 in the 10th spot. So Daniel Dye gets into the playoffs now. McNally Hilgeman Racing dominating the truck series right now as they place 3 trucks in the top 6 with Daniel Dye in victory lane. Tanner Gray for Tricon Garage comes home 2nd. Zane Smith in that 91 truck, which has been on an absolute heater lately, comes home in 3rd. Bailey Curry, season best 4th. Chris Wright, course career best 5th place finish. Tyler Ankrum in 6th. Dean Thompson 7th. Matt Crafton 8th. And McGee and Holmes get great top 10s. Another top 15 for Thad Moffitt, being pretty consistent lately. Corey Heim crashed out. He ends up 14th when he had a top 10 truck. And shockingly, Stuart Friesen gets his best finish of the season, crashing out in 18th, which is sad. But that's how it is. And, of course, all the other guys at DNF, Majeski, Rhodes, Enfinger, Sanchez, Carruth, Taylor Gray, Kyle Busch, Johnny Sauter, Eckes, Ty Dillon. So many DNFs from all the crashes. And Daniel Dye comes out on top here in Texas. And out the playoff grid, he is now going to be our 5th different driver to clinch a spot in the playoffs with a win. 9 races to go until the playoffs. Daniel Dye joins Ankrum, Taylor Gray, Purdy, and Boyd in the playoffs. Eckes, those are with wins. Eckes, Tanner Gray, and Ty Majeski all sit 20 or more above the cut line. So still pretty good. They still got a cushion. And then Nick Sanchez sits at just +8 above the cut line. And Matt Crafton on the bubble, still 2 points now above Corey Heim. So he gains a total of 1 from this race. Heim out by 2 to Crafton, just right on the verge of getting in. And Timmy Hill now out by 9. Raja, Ty Dillon, and Finger got work to do. So until the next episode, we'll be racing from Kansas Speedway, another 1.5 miles. I hope you all have a good one.